This game shows a few characters, though many are not what they seem. Silent Hill, produced by Keiichiro Toyama, is what this theme sprouts from. This game explores the psychology of James Sunderland and his journey through the city of Silent Hill as he tries to find his wife. By examining Maria and Eddie in Silent Hill, it is clear that the central characters in this game are almost all stolen from James's mind by the magic and monsters of Silent Hill. The first character that shows this is Maria.
Mary? No, you're not.
Maria is blatantly impossible. She's a perfect rendition of Mary, at least in appearance, but to the point James mistakes them at first. She is supposedly an entirely different person mentally and emotionally, though it becomes increasingly clear that even if this is true, James will continue to associate her with Mary, which is completely understandable. She does look exactly like his dead wife. What prompts the questioning is rather Maria trying to take advantage of that and have him be with her and abandon this town and Mary. Maria will start by trying to ingrain her presence with James. This starts with her being outraged that James isn't taking her with him and protecting her, even though they just met a couple minutes prior. This seems like she's trying to implant in James' mind that he is to protect her and bring her with him, which works very quickly, showing that while she does have her own motivations, all those really amount to is being attached to James, which a real person would not do.
You're coming with me?
You were gonna just leave me?
No, but...
With all these monsters around?
No, I just...
I'm all alone here. Everyone else is gone. I look like Mary, don't I? You loved her, right?
Throughout the game, Maria will continue with James, and eventually she is separated from him.
Maria? Maria, no! What happened to you? Why?
Here James is shown finding her body, where she is very clearly dead. We see him saddened by her passing, but then in just 2 cutscenes we find her alive, if caged. This is a piece of evidence that Maria cannot be a true person. She used this as an opportunity to test how attached James was to her, trying to decide when to make her final ploy.
You're alive! Maria, I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt bad?
Not at all, silly.
Finally, here we see that final ploy. After James kills the fake Mary, he goes back to that first spot he met Maria. She shows up, and he quickly goes and asks her to stay with him.
You killed Mary again?
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria? Maria?
What, James?
I want you. I want you with me.
Are you sure?
Come on. Let's get out of here.
After this, they'll go back to the parking lot where James starts the game, and immediately outside Silent Hill, Maria will pick up a cough, perhaps indicating that her connection to the magic is weakening, and thus her existence is dying out.
You'd better do something about that cough.
The next character that shows this is Eddie. Contrary to Maria, Eddie's introduction could very well be that of a real person. He is first shown hunched over the toilet, vomiting out of fear of the monsters around him. which is something that any normal person in this situation would do. What starts to make him suspicious is when he's shown a couple scenes later. He's eating a pizza without a care in the world, which isn't a logical turnaround from his previous situation. He goes from being crumpled on the bathroom floor of a hotel to hanging out a bowling alley not an hour later. This would not be possible if Eddie were a real person, and as we see with other characters, even if they are fake as well, PTSD and other effects of fear are present. What Eddie went through should have had some lasting effect. Perhaps a bit of paranoia, or PTSD, or at the very least uneasiness, and yet he continues as if it had never happened. This is a step towards saying that he isn't a real person, though not enough to make that a concrete fact.
Killing a person ain't no big deal. Just put the gun to their head, pow!
This little tidbit is shown, but the next time James will find him is here. Eddie is surrounded by bodies, he has a gun, and is acting very odd. He starts yelling about how people have made fun of him and how he'll kill anyone if they insult him again. And while here the message is clearly about bullying and mental health issues, it's also a very easy way to show even more erratic behavior on Eddie's part. Another piece of evidence. Silent Hill is supposed to be an abandoned town. While that doesn't mean there isn't going to be anyone, it does mean there's going to be a very select few, and definitely not any kids. Yet in this scene alone we see Eddie, who's a kid, and a multitude of bodies around him. This simply would not be possible. In this game, Eddie is shown very little, and every time he is shown, he acts completely differently than the last, starting as a scared little boy, then a normal teenager, then a murderous gunman. This is most likely because his character has never evoked anything real from James. In the first instance, he checked in with Eddie quickly, then moved on. In the second, James would ask about his whereabouts and name of another character. And even the third, he seems to just want to leave. He doesn't seem interested in Eddie's story. Although we don't see Eddie again, and get to see whether he's changed his personality again, this is pretty concrete evidence that he's being changed to try and grab James's attention. All in all, it's very easily seen that most of the characters in this game can't be real people. Their motivations are only to make James attached to them, which some have done better than others. This game has shown James realize that his wife has always been dead, killed by his very own hand. But more than that, the magic of Silent Hill has finally been uncovered. The magic that made all these characters exist in the first place. The magic that stole them all from James's mind. The illusion magic of Silent Hill.